When we think of Genghis Khan, most of us picture the same scene. Horsemen thundering across the steppe, cities set ablaze, blood and destruction. And yes, the Mongols were ruthless conquerors. There's no need to deny that. But there is a truth history books don't like to emphasize. Genghis Khan did not build his empire with the sword alone. He drew his real power from trade. You know that vast network stretching from China to the Middle East and then to Europe. The Silk Road. That road was Genghis Khan's true weapon. Genghis Khan realized something simple, yet profound. Armies take land, but what holds that land is trade. The sword takes you to the top, but money and order keep you there. The Silk Road was not a single road. It was a network stretching thousands of miles. Silk, spices, precious stones, paper, even ideas moved along this web. But before Genghis Khan, these routes were not safe. Bandits were everywhere. Small states taxed every crossing. Wars constantly disrupted commerce. So the Silk Road existed, but it didn't truly function. It was almost a myth. Until the Mongols entered the stage. Genghis Khan didn't stop at conquering cities. He united territories from China to Persia under a single order. And for the first time in history, intercontinental trade became truly secure. This was no accident. It was a deliberate choice. Genghis Khan understood merchants very well. They disliked taxes, but they could tolerate them. What they truly hated was uncertainty. So he offered them this: I will protect your road. Caravans traveling through Mongol lands were guarded by soldiers. Arbitrary taxes were abolished. Merchants paid their taxes directly to the empire, and the Mongols enforced this system ruthlessly. Bandits who threatened trade were eliminated. Corrupt local officials were executed. The result? For the first time in history, a vast trade network was both open and secure. Trade exploded. Chinese silk flowed west. Persian carpets moved east. Indian spices reached Europe. The Mongol Empire turned the world into a truly global marketplace for the first time. And Genghis Khan realized something crucial. War makes you rich once, but trade makes you rich continuously. That's why seeing him only as a conqueror is a mistake. He was also an economic strategist. This is how the period historians call Pax Mongolica was born. A century of relative peace across Eurasia. A Venetian merchant could travel all the way to China under Mongol protection. Marco Polo's journey was only possible because of this. The bloodiest warriors of the Middle Ages also created the safest roads of their time. But trade didn't carry only goods, it carried money as well. The Mongols standardized weights and measures. They encouraged the use of paper money. They built relay stations along the Silk Road. Every 20 to 30 miles there was a stop. Horses were changed, travelers rested, messages were delivered. Information moved faster. Trade became predictable. The empire grew. This was no coincidence. It was financial engineering on an imperial scale. But like every powerful system, it came with a cost. The Silk Road didn't carry only wealth. It carried disease as well. In the 1340s, the Black Death spread along these routes. From Europe to China, vast portions of the population were wiped out. For the Mongols, this was devastating, because their legitimacy rested on their ability to protect trade. Merchants stopped traveling. Caravans broke down, markets collapsed, and when trade stopped, the bonds holding the empire together began to unravel. Still, the Mongols left behind a powerful lesson. Controlling trade routes can be as powerful as controlling armies. Those who came after Genghis Khan understood this too. Plunder builds empires, but trade sustains them, and this idea never disappeared. The Ottomans controlled the eastern Mediterranean. Europeans searched for new routes to escape those taxes. That's how the age of exploration began. Columbus sailed west not for glory, but for trade. The Mongol Empire collapsed, but its idea did not die. It simply globalized. Today's supply chains are modern Silk Roads. Oil, chips, grain, money, all of them flow through these invisible routes. And just like then, when trust breaks, the system stops. We saw this during the pandemic. The chain broke. Everyone panicked. Because a truth Genghis Khan understood centuries ago still holds. Money is trust. Without trust, flow stops. When flow stops, systems collapse. Technology changes, but human psychology does not. So the lesson from this story is clear. Don't confuse access with security. When everything works, the system looks perfect. But when the chain breaks, security turns out to be an illusion. History does not repeat itself, but it rhymes. And Genghis Khan's Silk Road tells us this. Empires are built not only with swords, but with the invisible lines of trade and money. Break those lines, and even the strongest empire falls. Understand them, and you'll see how power truly works, then and now.